Basketball lifestyle. It's my lifestyle.
The MLB has to do 10 times the work to make the same money that the NFL does.
Yep.
So you know the top 100 events, like
Yeah.
for TV?
Yeah, I saw that.
That the NFL in the top 100 has like 27 of the top 100 most viewed shows in the
Don't they
last
have
year.
like the top 8 or something?
Yeah, and they're in the
Right.
top. And all of the other pro sports have none.
Really?
None. Not a single entry.
That's brutal.
That's why the NFL's better, guys. It's not close.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like, again,
I mean, the NFL owns a day of the week.
is the biggest thing too.
yeah,
you look
nobody
at it
gives
that way.
the World Series. The World Series gets combined better than the Super Bowl, but
But on
nobody's
a single
talking.
game, yeah.
Nobody's talking about. Like,
You
we
can't
have an
say the
entire
Super Bowl
week
in
of
media.
like partying and excitement about the Super Bowl. People talk about it. After the Super Bowl is done, there's going to be talk about the commercials of the Super Bowl,
Yep.
the halftime show, everything.
It's immediately into
Do you
the
remember
drafting.
anything about last year's World Series?
Yeah, a little bit. Jorge Soler's home run.
But I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
forget the play on the field.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can remember about it that was like that stands out?
No.
But you look at the Super Bowl, and you're like, oh, I can remember halftime shows. So who was the halftime show last year for the Super Bowl?
Oh,
The weekend.
it was the weekend with all the guys with the masks
So
and shit.
so
Yeah.
you remember who the halftime show was?
I am stoked about this year's. I'll tell you
One
that.
year later, and you're excited. Like
I
you
am
were talking.
stoked.
Thank you for proving my point.
Yes.
The NBA gets closer, but they're all chasing the NFL in terms of the excitement. It's because of the fact that there's less. So the MLB, if you keep going down this path, when nobody cares about a singular game, like because there's 162, because even your players are like, yeah, it's just one of 162. We just got to move on. NFL, you lose one game, it's like fudge. Like the Bills like went on a streak where they like win one, lost one, win one, lost one, and everybody's like, they're dead in the water. They're dead in the water, and it's like, guys, they're 7-5 in the MLB. That's me at 70-50.
Yeah.
At 70-50, are you throwing me out with the MLB? Doesn't matter. A single game doesn't matter. So all of the things that you guys are trying to make yourselves think matter, don't. Math proves it. So make something that matters, please God, and change the whole damn thing up, because it's not working. Both sides are not happy because both sides have a shitty product. Fix it.
Yeah.
Because there's excitement in the game that exists if you get out of its way.
It's there. Absolutely. There's so many amazing young players that are all playing at the same time. It's like we could just have one of the greatest like leagues that has ever been in existence in terms of the amount of talent. And as of right now, we're not going to see it.
Nope.
It's awful. All right, one last thing, and we're going to close the door for today. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
See, we're talking about the Super Bowl
Yeah.
on the baseball podcast.
We also cannot be saying the Super Bowl. It's the big game. We do not want to get copy stricken and all that stuff.
Sure. The
Yeah,
big
I
game
was
on
talking
Sunday.
about that Super Bowl of guacamole.
The one that we
that I'm
had
about
in
to have
Denver.
on Sunday.
I'm looking for standard guacamole.
Sure.
In terms of the big game, from that professional sports league that we may or may not have been discussing earlier,
Sure.
that throws a football, I'm going with the California team.
Okay.
We're going to have back-to-back years with the host building having the Super Bowl
I'm just
champion.
hyped that they're putting it in Buffalo next year. Super excited.
Are they?
Hell no.
Okay, I was
It'll
going to
nev-
say,
it'll
that's going to be a
never be
cold
in
Super
Buffalo.
Bowl.
If Buffalo and all of the New York teams have been told, if you guys want a Super Bowl,
Well,
you gotta put a dome.
MetLife had one, right? Like 5 years ago?
Yeah, and it was cold as
It
hell.
was cold as hell.
And
And
they
they
would
never
never
do
again.
that again, yeah.
even that was because it was two NFL teams were getting the benefit.
Right.
So they were like, nah.
I think
You
it was
gotta
when
do it.
the stadium new that year, maybe?
Yeah.
That might probably was what it was.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the team from Cincinnati. I just love Joe Burrow.
Go Harambe.
Go Harambe. It's all for Harambe. Dennis, who are you going with?
I really want it to be the Bengals, but I just have this feeling that since the Rams have been there and lost, they're a little hungrier. The Bengals will get back there though in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Bengals, but I have an understanding that the Rams are a good team.
Good for Stafford.
Very good team. Yeah. I don't care who wins. Honestly, I'm stoked for either one.
I think it's just going to be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game. Yes, it's gonna be very exciting.
my big thing is this has like that like team of destiny idea to it.
Yeah.
With the Bengals, and you know who the Bengals like strangely look like? Those Giants teams that won all those Super Bowls that had no business winning them. The only difference is
better quarterback.
They have such a better quarterback. Like I would replace the best of any Eli Manning year with any Joe Burrow year. I would rather have the Joe Burrow year.
Yeah.
And like
he's great.
Yeah, so like that's my only thing is they actually have a quarterback who could do it. But beyond their quarterback who could do it, they have the best offensive skill positions in the NFL. There's no team with better offense than the Bengals.
Yeah, they got a comparable one with the Rams though.
No, Rams aren't close.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, not
Odell
close.
Beckham. You know, then I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I'm saying like legitimately right now, it's not close.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be an unreal game.
Jamar Chase versus.
This is the football podcast part of the show.
Jamar Chase versus Kupp is a wash.
Yes.
Immediately the step down is T. Higgins versus Odell. T. Higgins has been better.
He's dropped a lot of balls.
Yeah, but that's Terrell Owens. He's Terrell Owens. He's a guy who drops a lot of passes, but also comes up with these shenanigan ones that he can't make. Odell forgets to get open in time sometimes. So, like, I'll take it. Then it's the third receiver, and it's Reynolds versus Tyler Boyd. It's Tyler Boyd.
It's Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson versus Tyler Boyd. It's Tyler Boyd. Right? Then we want to go a step further.
Tight ends?
Higbee.
Versus Uzmata? Uzama's been great.
Yeah.
We just don't know the name, and we know Higbee. Higbee's numbers haven't been outstanding. Cool. So I'm gonna go wash.
Running backs.
Then we're gonna go running backs. Running back is better in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go quarterback. Wash.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at it, there's no team to me that has the elite pop that this Bengals team has, because their third best guy was a multi-time 1,000-yard receiver until Jamar Chase came.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd was a guy, and then he's been relegated to dishwasher for this team.
Yeah.
Not even slot. He doesn't get the ball anymore.
Yeah.
Occasionally, they had one game where they were like, you know what? They're doing everything they can to take these two guys away. Let's throw it to Tyler Boyd. And Tyler Boyd had like a 140-yard game towards the end of the year. He caught like 8 passes, 8 targets, 8 passes, like 140 yards. And it was like, oh, shoot, I forgot Tyler Boyd existed. Didn't his name used to be Taj?
Yes, right? You know.
Yeah, so it was week 19 versus Denver. It's like all of a sudden they remembered that Tyler Boyd existed. And in week 19, he had 5 catches for 96 and a touchdown. Then the next week, 85 yards and a touchdown. Then the next week, 36 and a touchdown. Then the next week, 26 and a touchdown. He gradually shrunk back down again. But that also in Tyler Boyd's last 4 years, 1,007, 1,005, 850 and 4, 850 and 5. And the reason why he has gotten to that point is because last year they got T. Higgins, and then this year they have Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
That dude he's a really, really good, like, that player sounds almost identical to Robert Woods in terms of career path, only he was better than Robert. And that's their third receiver.
Do you think the MLB is smart enough to?
No.
Probably not.
Boom.
But yeah.
Burn.
Optimistically, is the MLB smart enough to wait until football is done with its moment and then be like, hey, we've actually made all this progress and the season's going to start on time?
I mean, I don't know. Smart enough. Like, if they did make a lot of progress, that'd be excellent. Do they want to drop it just before the Super Bowl? No. Because if they do make progress, so I think they are smart enough to.
I believe they're meeting again on Saturday.
If they make good progress on Saturday, I would hold that in my pocket. If they release it, it just proves that they made dumb progress, and it's not going to be any good.
Right. I don't want to hear about progress. I want to hear about the finished result. I don't care about you guys talking anymore.
Factually.
Baseball lifestyle, it's my lifestyle.